welcome to the channel. Today we will see how to perform some basic column operation in Power Query. Let's import the data for it. So we will click on transform data, which will take us to Power Query. The very first thing we will see is how to remove specific columns from the original dataset. So as you see here, there are multiple columns present in the dataset, and if I want to select few columns from the data, how will I do it? So I'll go here and I'll select choose columns option. The new window will pop up. I will select the desired columns. Okay, this much are enough. So I have selected only 4 columns. So why do we need this selection? Because many times when we load the data and if we load unnecessary columns into our model, it will degrade the performance of our model. So Power BI's Velocity engine, it compresses the data to fraction of its size, but it has its own limitation. So it is always advised to select only the desired data to the model so that our model's performance is always up to the mark. So we have added these 4 columns, but what if we want to go back and add any other column? There are 2 ways to do it. We can either write it in this formula bar. So the language which we use in this formula bar is called the language M. So no need to learn it here just for this purpose. When we will use the advanced queries, that time we can learn it. Second is with the same step which we have done, like we will go here, select choose columns. One interesting thing which I want to show you is we can select the choose columns now from here, from the applied steps from this recipe. So if I want to select some column, I'll go ahead and select it and it will appear it in this particular view. Now let's see how to add a calculated column. But before that, I want to tell you that this removing column operation which we have done in Power Query is not a preferred way to do it. So doing this removal of columns in the Power Query is least preferred way. The ideal way to do it is with the help of calculated columns and measures from Power BI desktop. We will learn it in next lectures. So let's see how to add a calculated column in Power Query. So if I want to calculate the population density, I will select these 2 columns and I will go to add column. I'll click on the standard and I'll select whatever operation I want to do. And you see here I have added a new column. So this is the name given by Power BI. If I want to rename the column name, I can double click on it and rename it, or I can right click on it and select the rename. So I'm not seeing it. Yeah, here it is. So I'm calling it density. So these are few things which I wanted to show, very basic operations. So here also we can do it from the formula bar. If we want to change it to some other thing, instead of doing it from here, I'll go ahead and I can change it from here also. It is pretty simple. So let's meet in next lecture, some interesting stuff. Thank you.